Hello, friends. Tiana Smith here with the Seven Figure Club and TianaSmithCoaching.com. And I'm so excited to be coming to you live from my Dallas headquarters, specifically Mansfield. I say that because I had an event here last week and somebody was like, is it Dallas or is it Mansfield? I'm like, it's Dallas area. You know, when you're near a big city and that's the city everybody knows about. So anyway, so happy to have you. Please put in the comments where you're tuning in from. I'd love to know. Some of you are live streaming, some of you are on the webinar with me. And if you are near my Facebook group or you're near my Facebook profile, which is facebook.com/Tiana Star, I'd recommend grabbing the webinar link and joining there because those are the people I'll get to see more of your comments and make sure that I can answer your questions. So here's how this is going to go. Today's theme, part day 2 of my 3-day biz boot camp, is all about magnetic marketing. And today I'm going to be sharing with you the 4 main things, the secret things, so to speak, that I do every day in my business that has helped me close multiple 7 figures in sales and has helped my clients close the same above and beyond. I've helped people go from 0 to their first 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, $1 million. And it's based on this daily marketing method that I'm going to teach you today. So what I would do is this. I definitely want to close out all other tabs, turn off those alerts on your phone, and get ready to focus because I'm literally going to walk you through my worksheet and it's called the Daily 3-10-10-3. I'm working on getting that trademark finished too because it's also part of my business planner. So also, what I'm going to do, if you don't already have this checklist, you can follow along today, but I'm giving it as a gift to anybody watching this. You just need to comment checklist, and I'll send that to you to your inbox, this PDF link. It's all yours. So you ready to tune in? So again, let me know what it is you do. Let us know where you're tuning in from, and then type the number 1 right now if you're excited to get started. So let's do this thing. So why is it super important to actually have a proven way to do your marketing? Anybody know? Well, mainly just so you don't feel like you're a chicken with your head cut off every single day, right? So you can go from wondering and wandering around this labyrinth of online marketing and have a true simplified structure that's going to help you hit it day by day, step by step. And I will tell you right now, most things I see online are a little bit BS and all over the place and hit and miss. This is something that's been proven not only in my own business, but duplicated by large businesses, small businesses, startup entrepreneurs for almost a decade now. So I've created this system, I've simplified this system, and I'm going to walk you through it right now. Okay. So again, comment checklist if you don't already have this, and you'll get a copy of it. For now, just follow along. Let's go through it. So I start by giving you this 30-day marketing checklist calendar. And what I really want to help you look at things a bit differently potentially is that it really is the daily habits that show us how our life's going to look, show us how our business is going to look, how our bank accounts are going to look, even how our relationships are going to look. You know, even look at relationships, how people sometimes wait to do this big act, but if they would just daily listen to their partner, be kind, write a tiny love note each day, even on a text, let alone a little love note. Like little daily things add up to create far more connection and trust, obviously in your partnership, with your children, even with your own body. Think about if you missed 1 time a day brushing your teeth, let alone 2 days brushing your teeth. How would your breath smell? How would your teeth feel? Not great, right? Showers. So daily habits is where it's at. So I'm going to give you these action steps so that you can really look at it. So the goal with this calendar, and then I'm going to break down see this little block over here, the 3 posts, right? Daily checklist. That on the next pages here, I actually laid this out. I'm going to share exactly with you what this is. But if you're off this call later and you go print this out, this is what I want you to do. You want to print this thing out, and I have this right here. You ready for this? Because Can you tell I taught kids at one point? No, I just love stickers. Okay, so, but I did teach kids. Okay, so these are stickers, right? So get yourself some fun stickers. Go to Target, go to Staples, go wherever today. Have some fun with this. Print this out and get some stickers. And here's the deal. You don't get to put a sticker on the day unless you hit every single one of these bullets. That's the commitment. I've worked with some clients, and when I start to explain to you what each of these different things mean, a lot of times where people are going to skip is the 10 messages and the 3 call to action messages. And I'll explain what that means in a minute. Essentially, it's the piece that makes you put yourself out there and makes you feel like, oh, I don't want to be salesy, or, oh, I don't want to be rejected. But listen, friends, if you're in business, you don't have a pro sales team, and even if you did, if you know Barbara Corcoran, I love her. She's one of the sharks on Shark Tank. She's the lady with the shorter hair. So pretty. I think she just turned 76. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, she's amazing. And she said that she was always the best salesperson, even on full-time sales teams on her own company. And I was like, yes, girl, because so many times people want to outsource pieces that you need to get good at. And you need to get good at sales and at the confidence of really just presenting the opportunity to look at your business. And this is not spammy. This is not where you add somebody and immediately you send them some long message. So looking at this calendar, we're going to come back to it at the end, but I like to start always with big picture. So I bookend anything I do. Then we go and break down each step. And then we're going to come back to this and you'll have a better understanding. Put a number 2 in the comments if this sounds awesome. So now check out these affirmations. I commit to consistent daily marketing to grow my audience and my business. Do you commit to that? There's a funny saying in people that do online marketing and sales, and they're like, make it so good that people would feel stupid saying no to it. And I do like to say phrases that if somebody said no, they do feel a little, I don't like to say dumb or stupid, but yeah, silly will be kinder. Okay, so if you were like, no, I don't commit to that, well, then really you're not serious about your business. And then the second one is, and this is just like up leveling your vibe, up leveling your tribe, up leveling your mindset, tuning the dial of vibration higher. Okay. Every day, my inbox is filled with my dream clients asking to work with me and pay high ticket. All right. So what you're doing is you're going to print this out later and you're going to put your start date and end date. And really, I really recommend you put your start date for today or tomorrow at the very latest. You always want to start something within 24 hours. Like that's just how it works for go-getters, right? Like it's time now. Why are you waiting? You don't know what opportunities you could be missing by not posting today, by not messaging today. Like it's not just a today thing. What if you messaged 10 people, it was 9 no's, but the 10th one was a $50,000 client, or the 10th one was somebody who loves your work and they put you on the morning show. You don't know. And the truth is, unless you put yourself out there, you'll never know. And it's always a no until you know. All right. So you're going to print this out. You're going to put start date and end date. So let's say it's March 13th on Thursday. So you'd go 3/13 right here and you just start today. And this is why I also have my planner undated, is I just believe in today. Start today, get the plan up, just go. People who wait till Monday, people who wait till the 1st, people who wait till the new year. I'm sorry, you're average Joes and Bettys and you're not successful. And that's okay, because maybe that's your goal, is just to be like, I'm okay with it. Not bad talking that, but who I'm talking to are people who are like, I believe that every day is a new day. I believe that every moment is a new beginning, and I'm ready to do this thing. So you're going to start it from 3/13, go 30 days. And if you're like on a roll and if you love the first of the month, I do like that, just the freshness of it. Then print a new one on 4/1 and sure, fill it in from April 1st and do it. The point of this is that it's a 30-day system to get you in the habit of doing this. Okay, now let's talk about 30-day goals. You want to set a 30-day goal. How much money do you commit? Not want, not I hope. No. How much income do you commit to the next 30 days? And put that right there. And then what you need to know for this next step is which package are you selling? And so how many clients I commit to enrolling. So let's say your income goal was $10,000, and let's say that you have a $1,000 package. That means you're going to need to commit to enrolling 10 clients or more. Okay. So it's just the math, but I really do recommend you focus on one main offering and it's your highest ticket offering because it's just a lot easier to sell to less people. It's not easier. It is harder. Let me tell you this from my own work, from working with lots of clients, being in masterminds from all over the globe for over a decade. It is harder to sell $1,100 tickets or even 10 $1,000 as it would be one $10,000 or two 5,000. I'm going to tell you that right now. Okay. So raise your prices. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that tomorrow. This program isn't really about raising your prices. It's more about marketing and systems so that you really can grow in a 30-day span to those 10K, 20K months. All right, let's go to page 2. Type the number 2 again. If you're ready for, well, it's really page 3, but we'll just stick with number 2. Okay, so this is the pre-work checklist. Okay, so have you ever heard that statement that's like, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail? And it's true. Whether it's from if you want to pick up your workout routine and it's first thing in the morning, and so you set out your outfit the night before, you put your tennis shoes with the socks, with the water bottle already in the fridge. People who plan for success get success. But if you're like, oh, I couldn't get it because I couldn't get out the door on time, well, like, why not just spend 5 to 10 minutes the night before? It's about asking yourself, am I willing to do what it takes to make this happen? And that's really on you. Like, I don't know if you are, but I'm going to give you the tools that it takes and what it's really going to take. I said on this that these are the secrets to 7 figures. And let's be honest, a size 2 fit athlete has a totally different daily routine than somebody who's really overweight. True or false? So if you want to compare size of bodies and athleticism to business, so somebody who's never made $10,000 a month, I promise you their daily routine, their self-discipline looks drastically different than a 7-figure earner. So what I'm trying to do here is to give you the tools, to give you the game plan. You're going to come up against obstacles. Mostly it's in your mind. It's going to be excuses that you make to justify why you can't do what it takes. So I'm going to encourage you not to do that. I'm going to encourage you to say, I'm willing to do WIT, baby. Type that in the comments. WIT. You know what that stands for? Whatever it takes. Because now o'clock is the only time. So here's what you would do. So let's say that you set the calendar to start tomorrow and you just wing your way through it. On Saturday, though, I'd recommend you set aside 2 to 4 hours and really probably 4, 10 to 2 p.m. or something. I understand you have family. I understand you have different things. Doesn't matter. You need to block it out. Put your kids beside you on an iPad if you need to. Ask your husband or your partner to go watch the kids and you need to go to a coffee shop. Do what it takes. This could be the time that you actually change your life. So you're going to schedule 2 to 4 hours to do the following. You're going to create a Google folder titled Tiana's 3-10-10-3 formula. And inside of this folder, you're going to create a Google sheet with a listing of everything you want to track. Now, if you, after this call, want to message me about the 2 scholarships that I have that I only ever open up the day before cart opens, I only open up 2 early bird scholarships. I do give every single step in my Automate to Dominate program, which we're going to talk about tomorrow. Okay. But you can make it yourself if you want, or if you want all my templates and all my plug and play pieces, that's in my paid program. But the checklist is here for you for free. So then you're going to create a Word document and you're going to list out your 30 video tip of the day. Okay, because if we go back to the calendar, let me show you what I'm talking about. You're doing 3 posts a day. One of the posts is a video / reel. It's a 1-minute video. The other 2 are 2 posts. So let's just do some simple math, my friend. Okay. So if you're doing a 30-day challenge and it's 3 posts a day, we're just timesing 3 times 30. That's 90. 30 of those posts are videos. And I'll tell you right now, if you're not committed to videos, I can't promise you these kinds of results. Video is how people get to know you. It's how they know it's not AI nowadays, you're a VA in another country, or that you're a real person and they care about you. Video also captures your essence. Put that in the comments. Essence, ESSENCE, I think. Okay, so video does something that a picture cannot. And it essentially, and like, I think it's funny how people they think like they're insecure about the video, but what you don't realize is it's super endearing, even if you're insecure, because you're just showing up anyway. And people who love you, like, love you. And we can see through if you're a little insecure. But I really want you to think about if a really big contract job wanted to meet you, would you say no? Because, like, I'm insecure about how I look? But you're saying no to opportunities on the daily by not showing up every day on video. And I know that it's a lot to ask, hey, do 1 minute videos, but I can show you stat after stat after stat. I'm going to show some of them tomorrow to you on the full big picture system program that we're talking about tomorrow. And like, video will change your business forever, forever. It's incredible. But the truth is, you have to keep doing it because it's more about consistency than perfection. Okay. So you're going to create a Word document where you're going to list this out. Again, I have templates for all this and it's included in my program. Then you're going to create a Canva post template to create 60 images for the month. Now, here's really fun. You want me to make this easy for you? And I actually am going to show this to you on the next page. You don't have to create like 60 ideas. You could have 30 of these be 30 quotes. You can grab the quotes from Pinterest. Side note, legally, you must always, legally and ethically and just integrity, give credit to where credit is due with quotes. If it's my quote, if it's Michael Jordan's, if it's Abraham Lincoln, you need to always give credit for the quote. But the cool thing is with the laws, just so you know, you can't share music if you've noticed this, like, because music has different laws than writing. Okay, but anything written, all you need to do is give credit and you can share. So quotes, whole articles, super cool. So let's say that it was 1 minute video tips of the day. It was 30 quotes. You just prep it. You go on Pinterest. And again, in my paid program, I do screen shares. I show it to you, but I'm giving this overview today. All right. And then you can come up with 30 other things you want to do. It could be selfies, behind the scenes, all kinds of different posts. Or you could do like what I do, and every day I just wing it. I'm serious. So I can wing it because I know my systems, because I have all these templates in my Canva on the go. I will tell you though, when I actually do all the prep work and do it, oh my goodness, it makes the whole month so much easier. So this is the easier. The hard part is just sitting down and carving it out and not letting yourself get frustrated. Stop letting yourself get frustrated, guys. Like, frustration is honestly, it's such an excuse to not doing what you want to do. Stop it. Like, sit down, take a 5 minute break. You know, I keep timers up everywhere. Timers are like the magic. I'll tell you that. This one's a little annoying because it's time, but I keep it here. Like, I'll put headphones on and then I'll hear the ding go off in 30 minutes, or working in those kind of timed time frames. So then you're going to print out your calendar and put it up after you filled it in. Okay. So this is your pre-work, and you can start before you do all this pre-work, but you are going to feel a little bit more like the wing it. And it's not the level of winging it that I can do, because I've posted for people for years and years and years and years, and I can just be like pound it out. Right. It's like if you're just learning basketball, you're going to have to do a bit more work than a pro basketball player. True or false? Right. So we want to get you where you're starting to get used to it. Okay. So now, oh, good. Okay, let's see if we can refresh the screen and see if it'll come back. All right, let's go back to that when it takes a bit of time. Okay, let me double check that we can see this here. Okay, cool. So now on the next page is where, and I'm going to zoom in here, is where you're going to learn about what these types of posts are. Okay, so let's talk about this. Step one is make sure you're posting value-driven content 3 times a day on your social media of choice. Now, I'm the highest converting on Facebook, then it would be Instagram, LinkedIn once in a blue moon. Some people do really good on LinkedIn. I actually was talking to one of my awesome new clients, and she said, like, she did almost all her course sales on LinkedIn. And actually, I've been working with a LinkedIn lady who's an expert, and I am learning some more about it. But so I post on all those channels. I post my videos also on YouTube. So if I was going to list out which ones that I do, it would be over here. It's like, and let me see if I can put this. Oh, that's going to the next page. Just a minute. I would say it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn for videos. The posts and all of it are on all the ones that are not just video platforms. So by value, let's talk about what value means, though. It's not just educational content. It is education. So I would recommend typing this up as I'm going through it. One, it is education. So, like, what's positioning you as an expert in your field? If you're a swim coach, is it about swimming lessons? Absolutely. Value, though, is also entertainment. So we've got education and we also have entertainment. Okay, so that's just funny stuff. It doesn't even have to be stuff you create. I mean, it can be, but it could be sharing a funny joke. It could be sharing just something entertaining that's interesting. Okay. Then three would be like lifestyle slash behind the scenes. Okay, so that's just like people actually want to know about your personal life. It's just the way it is. So you don't have to share anything that's drama or anything that makes you feel unsafe. You don't even have to share about your kids. I have clients and friends who never share their kids. Like, that's their privacy thing. I ask my kids now because once they started getting the age where like, please don't post or take a picture. So I don't. And then if they're fine with it, then I post it, but I always ask permission. So, and then the fourth one is polling the audience. Like, people love to share their opinions. So that's a really great thing to share. Those are the top four. So it's education, entertainment, lifestyle selfies, behind the scenes on your life and business, and polling the audience. There's many more. There's also things like testimonials. So again, I have a full list of this and actually a whole template for people. And I actually give you the Canva templates in my paid program. But again, if you're not ready to pay yet, I'm at least giving you the steps. You can go build it all yourself. You can take that time. All right. Number two. So I'd love to know in the comments before we keep going on, any breakthroughs you're having while you're doing this. Are you like, can I do this? Absolutely, you can do this. Will it take you a little longer than me? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. These are IPAs. Type IPAs, not the beer. It's an income producing activity. Say it again. IPA. Put it in the comments. IPA. This is something that's worth doing because it will increase your bottom line. All right. And why does it increase your bottom line? It increases it because when you show up on social media daily, any prospects following you, anybody who is a part of a potential collaboration or referral, they're trusting you because they know you're putting out daily content. And it's not a conscious thing typically. It's a subconscious thing where like they're just seeing your name, they're seeing your videos, they're seeing you everywhere. and like people might say, I see you everywhere. And some people would be snarky about it. I see you everywhere. And then I'm like, you're blocked. Anyway, but most people are super nice and they're like, this is amazing. And then they're thinking about you. And like just yesterday, I got an email from a friend and was like, we met through social media, through Instagram, and I've got to record with him in Nashville, and he's put me in touch with other paying customers. I can't tell you how many paid or just incredibly opportunistic opportunities, it's probably not the right use of that, have happened because of my daily posting on social media. It's cray. It really is. I've had people fly out. Like, I wrote this song years ago and I just posted on Twitter about it back when I used to be on Twitter. I just said, I saw this company who is trying to end child trafficking. And I got up out of my bed. I was so touched that I started writing a song about it. And I just tagged them and then The Body Shop, if you know that company. One of the people on the team for this international company in over 80 countries wrote me the next day and said, we'd love to hear that song when you're done with it. I was like, I guess I need to finish that song now. And all of you can search it, by the way. It's on iTunes and Spotify. It's called I Am My Own. And it is about just how no matter what you've been through, you still own your soul and you are your own and you can overcome anything. And this lady ended up flying out. I got to work with them. My music got to go to proceeds to help this community, all from one tweet. And I just can't tell you how many times this continues to happen. I've booked TV, film, radio, everything, because when you then pitch, if your website's up and ready, and if your social media is rocking and you're showing up daily, even if you have a great website and a great brand, and then they go to your social media. So just, any kind of media, any kind of PR, any kind of bigger opportunities, they look to see how many followers you have and how consistently you're posting, just so you know. So if you're not doing those things, you are just missing out not only on sales, but on opportunities that would help you reach the people you want to reach. So this is why you do this. So like I'm sharing with you what you need to be doing, but the why you need to be doing it is if you want the income, if you want the impact, if you want the influence that you say you want, then you better show up now. You can't wait to get paid for it. You need to pour in now. All right, let's keep going. Okay. Step 2. We keep running up on 2s. Video tip of the day. Would you guys like to see a little deviation from this for a minute? Would you like me to share with you? I was actually going through my YouTube channel this week because I did a challenge of that. I took these 1-minute video tips that I've done for years on Instagram and Facebook. And I said, what if I just I didn't improve my long form. I just did 30 days of video, for sure short form, and do some long form as I could on YouTube. And I essentially just repurposed the 1 minute. Do you know it blew up my YouTube bigger than when I was paying $5K a month to a contractor to help me with video editing? It was all myself. I called it an unedited launch because I was like, I'm not going to edit. I hate editing video. I actually know how to do it. I've been hired to do it. I hate it. So it's a thing I'm not going to do. So I was like, it's going to be unedited. It's going to be rough. It's going to be raw, but it's going to be from me. And let me see if it just works. I didn't talk about it until after, because of the results I got were insane. And they like just by day 5, it was crazy. So I'm going to share my screen and just kind of show you what that looks like in just 1 second. Let me open that up. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is like, it doesn't need to be my friend. It just needs to get done. So say it with me. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to get done. Okay. So I'm going to open up the analytics over here, and I still don't have a very specific let me see, add to stage, and then let me change. I'm going to present. I'm going to stop screen. I'm going to go share screen, and then I'm going to choose the other page. Okay, so now we're on my analytics. So let me share with you why this is so important. So right now I've continued to do almost daily videos. At the beginning of the year, I was like, I'm going to do a daily short video every single day. I think I've missed 5 or 6 days in the year so far, but I've done every other day. So it's pretty good. I think at the middle of February, I missed a weekend. I was so busy. I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot to post my videos. So again, we just keep going on. We don't give up if we miss something. Just keep going. So these are not millionaire stats, but they will get there. Okay, so I'm only 4 from 500, which actually gets me to monetizing 4 more. So if any of you want to follow me, it's Tiana Smith Coaching. Okay, so I want to share with you though something. This is the last 28 days, but I want to share with you the last 365 days and show you what happened. So I've been on here. Let's go to lifetime. I've been posting videos for since, what day is this? Let's go here. From 2017. So I've been posting videos since 2017 and consistently, but not daily. So if I go back to the last year, back in September is when I did this unedited launch. Can you see the drastic change of when I decided to post daily? This is so insane. This is nothing paid. There are no ads. It's just amazing. And I started getting lots of leads and even sales calls from YouTube from the way I optimized it. So the reason I'm just sharing that is I just want to give you a quick look at how fast something can pick up when you get consistent. I used to run these 5-day Facebook boot camps with this same kind of knowledge. I didn't have it as strategic or simplified as far as the training. I would just say, post 3 posts, go and do it. I didn't have it all mapped out for them. I didn't have templates. They would just have to show proof that they posted 3 times a day, every day. They could not run ads, and they only had 5 days to get results. It was a Monday through Friday challenge. And it is insane how much people they would scream from the rooftops because they would get sales. They would start their new Facebook business page. A lot of people that came didn't even have a Facebook business page. So it's amazing what happens when you just get really consistent at value-driven information and you really care about connecting with your mission and sharing it. You also want to believe that you're they're paying you for it. Like that's kind of how I show up. I'm like, okay, if somebody was paying me for this information, what would I post about? Okay. And you really just want to be excited about it. So I'm going to stop the screen. Now I'm going to present. We're going to get through the rest of this PDF. And again, if you don't have the PDF, what you're going to want to do is just say checklist and I'll give it to you. And then step 3 is making sure that at least 1 out of every 6 posts is a call to action. And what that means is you want to invite people onto a free call or join your email list. Okay. So these are the organic things. So put CTA in the comments, CTA, and that's a call to action post. It's either join the email list. Do you want to get a consultation, or hey, here's my new course, here's my product, buy from me. So it's about 1 out of every 6 posts. All right. So then the next things you're going to do is you're going to find your ideal clients and 10 new daily connections. Now, the number one place to find new connections is a paid Facebook group. What that means is, let's say that you bought into a Facebook group for networking, or let's say you purchased a course and this is the Facebook group. We're not spamming. You're definitely going to want to follow the rules. But what you're just doing is you're adding 10 new people a day. You're adding 10 new connections. So whether it's LinkedIn groups, Instagram profiles, obviously networking events, but it's way faster to do this online. I just consider networking events or live events I'd go to as like extra. I don't include it in my daily to-dos. So that's where you're going to go, and you're just going to go into the Facebook or into the LinkedIn, and you're going to go follow, like add as friends. I am using my profile for this, but I use my Facebook profile as business. Okay. So you're going to do this from your Facebook profile. Okay. That's the other 10. So put 10 in the comments or message me. Now that's the 3. Now this is the 10. So put the number 3 in the comments for the third step, the thing on the checklist that you're going to follow. This is the part that people love to skip, and this is the part that's actually going to make you money. I'm saying this. I'm singing it. I'm singing it low. Money. So you need that moolah, baby. So you're going to message new people that are liking and commenting. Again, we are not doing the spammy message thing. I hate that. I don't do the whole mean thing where people call it out and do screenshots. That's so petty. In fact, anybody that does that, I just block them. I don't like people like that. I'm not here to humiliate anyone. And in fact, I actually like to at least respond if they did it in somewhat of a respectful way and just say, not at this time, but thank you. And then if they keep pressing it, then I block them. So use discernment with that. But really what you're just going to do is you're going to spell their name. Make sure you spell people's name correct. Please put that in the comments. This is really important. When you misspell somebody's name, you like break all trust. In fact, you usually do not get a second chance. It is a thing when I was doing music business networking, they taught us immediately. I've literally been called out for it. You almost never get a second chance. So don't let that tiny thing, which is a big deal. Everybody's favorite word in their whole life is what? It's their name. Put that in the comments. This is a really important tool. You really want to get good at remembering people's names, and you want to double check how to spell it. In fact, I also believe in voice memoing people. That's like way more personal. And if it's a tricky name, I'll say their name, and then I'll say, actually, did I say your name correctly? Could you please tell me how to say it if I didn't? And then I continue on. But even just that politeness, people love that. So spelling it, you can help because they put it out there. Saying it correctly, you're going to need to ask, but definitely always ask. All right. So glad to be connected. I'd love to learn more about what you do. Now, at this point, you could say what you do, and I'd love to hear what you're working on. This is just a template. I usually like it shorter. It's something like, hey, I saw you liked my post. I'd love to learn more about you. What do you have going on? And you want to end with an open-ended question. No yes or no's here. So you know how I said earlier, help people, lead them from yes to yes. But when it comes to connecting with people and getting to know them, you really want to just ask open-ended questions. And here's the thing. You do not want to be in a rush with this, because that's what comes across as the needy. And believe me, I've been so guilty of this. And there are times though, when I'm doing, let's say, a boot camp or a special, I might like message people like, hey, I saw you were liking my post. If you're interested in my boot camp, let me know. But like, this is about building relationships. So here's what happens in a 30-day thing. If you're messaging 10 new people a day, that is 300 new people you've messaged. Out of those 300 people, that you're messaging, you should have had somebody, if you're doing a good job with your posts, they should have messaged you themselves. This is about attraction. This is not about chasing. So say attract is greater than chase. All right. So we're trying to magnetize ourselves. That's where this magnetic marketing comes in. If you focus more on the value and you just check this off the check, like I'm just going to send these 10 messages, and you detach from it from a sense of, I hope they buy from me. No, you're just messaging people. And in fact, some of your messages that day, it could be even a friend. I don't like to say that because people use that as an excuse. But let's say somebody's on your heart that day, and because these are not the sales messages. That's next. All right. So that's the 3 out of the 4 things. 1 is 3 posts a day. 2 is adding 10 new people to your network. 3 is messaging 10 people a day. And the messaging people doesn't mean it's the 10 new people. It's more based on people who are engaging with your posts. All right. The 4th and final step before we hit this home run is 3 call to action messages. Now, this should be people who are liking and commenting. I don't like to cold message a sales thing. It doesn't work, especially nowadays. I think in the past it worked a tiny bit, but people have been talking about not wanting to be spammed. So this goes in line with like, if somebody likes a post of yours that has anything to do with your business, you're just like, hey, I saw you like that post. Would you be interested in a free consultation to talk about your goals? And that's it. And you might, another way, Alex Hormozy has a great book, 100 Million Leads and 100 Million Offers. I recommend both those books. But in the leads one, he talks about, he believes in messaging 100 people a day. So does Sabri Subi. So does Shalene Johnson, by the way. So if you know any of those names or research them, they're top entrepreneurs in the space, 7, 8, 9-figure earners. And they recommend when you're starting out 100 messages a day. I say the 3, 10, 10, 3 because I've talked to enough people and I've also seen the results myself. This can get you to the 10K, 20K. If you need to get to 7 figures, you're going to need either a team or some software programs like Go High Level and some other secret ones that I teach my clients and I do myself. So from this though, if you have been posting 3 times a day, there's no way you're not going to be able to have 3 likes that day each day. So the next day when you get up and you're going through this power hour of marketing, you're going to message people who liked your post from the previous day. So essentially it's post, add, message, and the 3 calls to action. And the next day you're essentially reacting to the day before. Okay. So it's really cool. And this is going to show up and help you get sales. All right. So I've also given a bonus weekly marketing checklist. So in this one is up top here are the 3, 10, 10, 3. But then if you're like somebody who wants to do the extra things and follow also my self-development plan, this is included for you. You're welcome. And a little bit about me, let's be real. Most of what you hear about online marketing is not true. You don't need funnels or just make a post on social media and you'll have a ton of sales. You can fully automate everything. It's bullshit. And I'm not here to lie to you. And so you can automate a lot. And I'm an automation queen and I'm the best in the business. I'm going to tell you that right now. I am. And I'm not automating stuff that shouldn't be automated. Like a lot of this AI stuff and the chat things and the disconnection of humans. Some of that can be good, but a lot of that is just like, there was this story where Alex Hormozy talked about, how like his finance team came to him and said, hey, Alex, we want to like automate this whole thing. And he's like, okay, well, send me the pricing. Let me look at it. And when he broke the thing down, he would have to like the price of it, like it was costing him way less just to have them do it. He's like, no, I'm not going to invest in that. So there's a balance even with automation. But when you have a strategy, and even what I taught you today is not automated, but here's the part that is automated. When people ask you, or even if you hook up a many chat funnel from Instagram, if somebody says the keyword, I do hook those things up. Absolutely. Because sometimes I'll get like 20 requests, 30 requests, and sometimes I've had hundreds and thousands when my ads are turned on every day. So I'd automate 3,000 leads in a day. I can't email 3,000 people. My email servers would shut down. But you know what can? Go High Level to my Zapier to my Kit. So absolutely, I automate those keywords. I automate that. But this one-to-one high touch reach out, which will actually create high ticket clients and relationships, which can help you so much that you can't automate that. So there has to be you showing up in your business, even if it's just 1 hour a day. The rest of the day, you go to client calls, you go out in meetings, you're working on your content creation, but this will change your life. So I hope that you love this. These are my 3 10 10 3. And if you want more information, you can go to tianasmithcoaching.com. You can click on the A2D link. It'll either be called A2D on the top of my website. And I'd love to work with you. Now, what I do have today, for those of you who are watching live or in replay 2-day only, is I do offer 2 early bird scholarship pricing, but you have to DM me. You have to find me on Facebook or on Instagram, and you have to say scholarship. And I will send you that information on how you can get an amazing bonus and scholarship on this Automate to Dominate program, which cart opens tomorrow. So I will see you soon. And tomorrow will be all behind the scenes on the exact 3 systems that every coach, every course creator, every online entrepreneur actually needs in place to scale to 7 figures, to go from that, I'm going to hustle for this 10K, this 20K, but how do I get to 100K months? And I'm going to break it down for you so you can have yourself set up for massive success this year. I'll see you on the next meeting. And again, you can comment checklist if you want this full checklist 100% for free, my gift to you. See you soon.